Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Learning to Smoke. I'm Dan Phelps, and today I'm going to be going over chicken bacon ranch sliders. I love making sliders, and chicken bacon ranch are probably my most favorite I've ever made. I love the combo of the flavors of chicken, bacon, and ranch all together. And the cool thing with this recipe is that not only does it use ranch dressing, but also uses ranch seasoning. So if you're a ranch fan, you're going to want to stick around and watch this. And if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's going to help me know what kind of content you all want to see. The first thing you want to do in a chicken bacon ranch sliders recipe is make the chicken. And so I'm using dark meat here. Got these chicken thighs that have already been deboned and they're skinless as well. And I'm putting olive oil and some seasoning on there. Today I'm using some Creole seasoning to season them up, and make sure to season up both sides as you can see here. And the reason you want to do that is to help give a better flavor, obviously. And you can find chicken thighs in the store that are already boneless and skinless, or you can just do it yourself. And that's a pretty simple process, and I'll actually make a YouTube video for that, which is a great tip that can actually save you some money. And the next step with chicken bacon ranch sliders is going to be the bacon. Now, bacon, you can either just buy some that you cook yourself, or you can use the pre-cooked bacon. Now, for the sake of time, I'm using some pre-cooked bacon that I picked up at Costco. And I'm dicing up the bacon. The way I'm doing that is I'm just going to cut it short ways, and then I'm going to cut it long ways. Now that gives me my little diced pieces. Now you could also do it the other way, where you just cut it long ways and then cut it the short ways after that. But either way, as long as you get the end result of it being diced, I like to have it be about half-inch pieces, because we're not looking for crumbles here. We're just looking for like decent sized pieces that you want to have in the sliders, so that way you can get more of the bacon flavor in every bite. So put that in a cup and we'll set that aside, and we'll move on to the next step here, which is going to be cooking up the chicken. So we're going to take those chicken thighs that we got the grill preheated. We're throwing the chicken thighs on, and we're looking at about medium high heat and cooking them at this temp. They should be done in about 5 to 7 minutes. Internal temp is done at 165 degrees for chicken. Now with chicken thighs, they're very forgiving and they'll still have juicy, rich flavor, even if they do go to like 175, 180. So that's another reason I like to use the chicken thighs for this recipe. And here's a bonus tip for you. If you're using a gas grill, when you turn off the knobs, make sure to turn off the gas as well. If you have a propane tank, the reason you want to do that is because you're going to conserve propane, and you'll make sure you have plenty for next time. Now that we have the chicken, the bacon done, let's preheat the grill. I'm using a pellet grill here. I'm using a Traeger Ironwood 885, and I'm going to set that temperature at 350 degrees, not 345 like I just did there. Whoops, big difference, I know. But anyway, I set it for 350 degrees and let that warm up. With this grill, it takes about 10 minutes for it to preheat. Other grills may take longer, so be aware of that. But now I'm going to take my foil pan, I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray so it doesn't stick to the bottom. At least the Hawaiian rolls won't. But I'm going to cut up that chicken. I'll let it rest for a little while before I do this. And I'm dicing it up, and just like with the bacon, I'm dicing it up to about half-inch pieces, maybe inch, half an inch, more like it. And as you cut up these 4 chicken thighs, we're going to set them aside here. But let me know, would you rather have chicken breast or chicken thighs in this recipe? You can do it either way, but as for me, I'm a thigh guy. So when it comes to those sweet Hawaiian rolls, I like to use the King's Hawaiian rolls. Now, you can find them in 12 packs at the grocery store, or you can find them at Costco. So I usually like to buy them at a place like Costco, because if you go to the grocery store, that 12 pack of King's Hawaiian rolls is going to be $5. Whereas if you go to Costco, you can buy a bigger pack for $7. The 12 pack obviously has 12 rolls. The pack at Costco has 36. If you do the math, you got $5 for 12 rolls, or you have $7 for 36 rolls. Now, if the math is math, then you may want to go to Costco and get the bigger pack. And so that's why I've got this pack of Hawaiian rolls here that I'm going to do. And I'll show you what I do with the pack, because normally you do 12 rolls in this recipe. And so this one has 16, so we'll just break off one side of it. I'll show you. So the pack of 32 rolls is going to be broken up into two 16 packs. And what we're going to do is just pull one of those out of the bag, and pull the bag out of the bag, it looks like. And I'm going to break off one end of it. And I'll break off this end. That'll give us 12 rolls stuck together. So those other 4 you can just snack on, give your kids. That's what my kids like to do whenever I'm making this. Now with your 12 pack of rolls, take your serrated knife and cut down the middle as I'm doing. So cut down the middle as to form buns. So this is where we make these little sliders here. So cut evenly through, and what we're going to do is separate them, the top and the bottom. We'll put the bottom in the foil pan right away, and we'll start stacking our meat on there. So first we'll start with the chicken, and we'll make sure that's evenly distributed as much as you can. And same thing with the bacon too. We'll sprinkle that all around and make it as evenly distributed as you can. And now the fun part here, we drizzle on the ranch, so make sure you cover that up pretty good there. And after that, we're gonna stack on our cheese. Now I like to use Havarti usually with this. Provolone works well too. For this recipe today, I'm doing American cheese. And then I'll put the top of the buns on, and I'm gonna take some melted butter and brush that on top, and it's going to add a little extra flavor there, help balance out the sweet of the rolls, but also it's going to help our ranch seasoning stick. So as you can see, I'm going to bust out some ranch seasoning here. Just found this shaker at the store, and just make sure to sprinkle that on top to make it extra ranchy, because these are chicken bacon ranch sliders after all. And now the grill's preheated 350 degrees. We're going to throw that on the grill. 15-20 minutes is what I recommend. And once that time has passed, pull that off and we're ready to slice it up. Now, as we remove the sliders out of the pan, use a big spatula. Now, you'll see these came out smoothly because I sprayed the foil pan earlier with cooking spray. That's going to help. Now, I talked earlier about slicing this up. You can slice it up, or you can even just pull it apart with your hands as well. It's going to work either way because these rolls are already made to where they can be split apart like that. And once you have them all split apart, it is time to serve. And now it's time to have some extreme close-ups of chicken bacon ranch sliders. You gotta make this recipe. Now that these chicken bacon ranch sliders are done, time to take a bite. Mm-mm-mm. So one of the main reasons why I like chicken bacon ranch sliders and why they're some of my most favorite, I like using the dark meat of the chicken. So the chicken thighs that I cooked with this, cooked them up over the grill. They're very juicy, and I think dark meat tastes great, especially when it's fresh, just like this was. It's freshly chopped and put into the recipe here. But I also like the bacon flavor, and of course the ranch. I mean, who could forget the ranch, right? I mean, you got ranch dressing and ranch seasoning together and making a dynamic duo. But also put it on a Hawaiian roll. A Hawaiian roll adds a touch of sweet to it as well, and it just makes it the perfect slider, if you ask me. Thanks for watching this edition of Learning to Smoke. I'm Dan Phelps, and I hope your days are filled with good times, good friends, and good barbecue. I'm gonna keep eating this.